Hard fight. Yeah, we sat still and just shot our guns. Rather than guns on top of a garrison wall, that would be pretty strong. Maybe set more of a kill box in that fight? Yeah, we probably could have done a lot better in the formations. Alright, back to the campaign. Let us upgrade our scavenge pile. One more turn and then we can start recruiting some more guns. Though we will need to bring him back to recruit him from here, or else we're going to spend a lot of money. Let's upgrade some settlements. Upgrade the ports. Ports make us money. We could... How far does that go? So the underway allows us to also burrow underneath mountains and impassable terrain if you can go far enough. So if we actually moved him up here, we may be able to save a turn by just burrowing under the mountain and popping up over here. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, because that's the range of their burrow. I think if we move them against this mountain here, I think we should have enough range to do it. We'll see. We will see. You are going to move over here, and we're going to use him to establish some more under cities. Our city still has not been discovered, which is fantastic because it's giving us the food, and the food gives us public order and growth as well as leadership in allied territory, so it's a nice buff, and more preferable than having a negative buff. Ooh, also, we need some more upgrades. We could build another Doom rocket. We can upgrade our weapon teams. Requires level 2 of the Forbidden Workshop. How do we get to level 2? The upgrade requirement for the previous workshop level has not been met. Is it this? So, does this upgrade us to level 2? If we get that bar filled?
Build, create, to kill, destroy.
Wait, no, these are separate little things for each tier. So how do we upgrade? Hold on. Oh, wait. Ensure the following building has been constructed. The Warpstone Tractor Beam. Okay. Okay, so we need to build a Warpstone Tractor Beam. I think that's an Undercity thing. Can we look at the... I can't look at the building browser here. I think that's an Undercity thing, though. So yeah, we're going to move this guy down here and build another Undercity. A Doom Engineer can build a workshop? What? In the Undercity, right? What else are we going to do? I think that's it. That's all we can do. That's in the turn. Negative buff equals debuff? What? Boo, get out of here. Is that what it means? Boo, what does gubbins mean? Could you translate that word for me, please? Thank you, Boo. Gubbins equals stuff. Thank you. This is a cool storm that's blocking our view. So this part of the game gets a little more crazier when you have more of the map explored, because you can actually see these different factions, and so each time they move, by default, your camera is pulled to them. You can turn that off, though. Hello, diplomacy. The Knights of Origo declared war on us. So they are across the Tilian Sea. Well, that's interesting. You think they'd be more concerned with the desert foes to their south instead of us all the way up here? Interesting. Whoa, we just got 5 warp fuel? Why? We got the workshop? Oh, we built the thing! Apparently. Oh, it was this, wasn't it? This is the warpstone tractor. I mean, I knew that the whole time. Duh, that's why I built it. Workshop upgraded. So here we go, now we got more things. Reload time reduction, 15% for Rattling gun teams, all armies. Ghillie fursuits. Attribute Stalker for Warplock Giselles in all armies. Stalker is the one where it's just like the upgraded stealth, right? Or is Stalker the one that they can fire while invisible? Wait. I forget which one this is. Hold on. I can check, because one of the Renown units has that trait that I'm thinking of. The one that's the Giselle. Where are you? Hard to sell because they got the chains on them. Here we go, Warplock Giselles. Pin that. This is what I'm thinking of Snipe. Snipe is where they remain hidden while firing. Stalk is they can move hidden in any terrain. So all of our sniper teams will be able to move, but they can't fire. But this Renown unit is OP because it can shoot while stalking, and they still can't see it at a range of 300, which is pretty far.
Flay and slay.
I like that they're called Ghillie fursuits. Also, we should probably get some warp fire throwers. What do they got? Missile damage plus 10% for their units. Hazmat fursuits. Fire resistance is increased, and armor plus 25 for the warp fire throwers. Isn't their armor already, like, insanely high? We can also upgrade our Doom Flayers. What do we got here? Stalker for characters on Doom Flayers. So that would make Ikit have stalking. Miscast base chance, minus 15% for any characters mounted on a Doom Flayer. So that's all of our Warp Block guys. The Winds of Magic cost for Scorch is lowered, as well as the upgraded version of Scorch. Passive ability Overlord, available for all characters on Doom Flayers, which increases the Winds of Magic. Vanguard deployment for all Doom Flayers. Interesting.
Go forth and kill.
Let's get the reload time reduction for the Rattling guns. And let's increase the damage for the Warp Fire Throwers. And I guess their armor as well. We got a lot of food here, so might as well use these. And then we will give you...
Wings will fly.
What will we give you? I guess this would encourage us to use Scorch more often. Bio interfaces. Though at the same time, our main guy will be able to upgrade to a Doom Wheel at some point. So maybe we should just focus on Doom Wheels.
Zap, zap.
Shut up, Skaven! Armor plus 15 for characters on Doom Wheel mounts, which is pretty neat. We've got, there it is, cooldown minus 10% on Warp Lightning. Warp Lightning is the spell that we want to focus on. And so it's going to be cheaper, and we can spam it even more when he gets a Doom Wheel. Although, of course, taking this right now doesn't mean anything, because no one has a Doom Wheel right now. Decisions. Alright, hold on. Let's take a look and see when he can get a Doom Wheel.
Science, sorcery,
Skills. Doom Wheel, level 15. So we've still got 6 levels to go. So yeah, getting that upgrade right now would be absolutely meaningless. We'll just upgrade our scout team, our Warp Block Giselles, to have them get Stalk. And missile resistance plus 15%. Not too bad. Not bad at all. There we go. New weapon teams. Now, can we scurry under the mountain? Yeah, we can. Perfect. So now we do this, and then next turn we can start recruiting these units for cheaper in this army. So I don't think, yeah, we can't recruit while we are in a underway stance. That's kind of a negative thing. So we're going to have to wait for next turn for that, but that saves us a couple turns of moving around the long way. So I like it.
Your back.
We're going to need a lot of money in the bank to buy all those units, so we probably don't want to spend much on upgrading. But we will move you down here.
Magic.
Settlement upgrade available. Settlement upgrades are pretty important. They're pretty important. Okay, we'll spend some money to pump that out, I guess. We could also upgrade our iron mine. I'm not going to do that quite yet, because I do want to save money for the new units. So that's in the turn. I think the new Skaven units definitely have reinvigorated my like for the Skaven. Oh, you all talking about Notre Dame? Yeah, that was a shock. The last I heard about that, they thought that it was just an accident, right? Skaven look pretty neat, but you know what looks even neater? What does, Boo? Alright, we need to change the stance. And since we're going to be recruiting, we might as well recruit with inside the city, because we'll raise the public order here to plus 20, apparently. My god. Alright, so we're going to need to also dismiss some units. We will dismiss the slaves. Or at least merge them up first. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's merge these. That should get rid of a couple units automatically, but yet also fills up our Skaven slaves. So we got 4 units to recruit here. Okay, so now we can get snipers, we can get some flamethrowers. They're going to only cost 88 upkeep. Oh, right, yes, because these 3 units are minus 50% upkeep for Ikit specifically. So sure, yeah, let's use some flamethrowers. Why not? Let's get some more rattling gunners. Let's get rid of some more of these Skaven slaves. We can't do too crazy. We do still need a front line to hold people off. But, yeah. Grab you. That would be 4 turns. That's too much. I guess we do only have a 4 recruitment here. So we're going to be spending a couple turns here in Skaven Blight, which is kind of neat because we can also increase the public order here. So that's a positive. Let's upgrade... Actually, let's not upgrade that yet. We want to save up our money for infecting more cities with undercities. There we go. So now we have an undercity here. Perfect. You leveled up. You will grab another level of triangulation so you're ready to buff... Well, actually, hold on. Will we? Let's actually get specialists. It lowers their action cost and increases their percent chantage. It increases their chantage trends. So there we go. We got 2 undercities in Tilia. That is pretty sweet. And again, my idea is to just infect low-level undercities everywhere, so we just get a bunch of passive buffs. And maybe for conquests, maybe we just go north into Bretonia? Because, I mean, heck, we can just use the underway just to go bloop, just like right over the mountains. We do need to protect this province, though, because it will eventually generate a ton of money because of all of the ports here. Ports are typically a pretty big money maker, and we got 3 of them in this one province. I think that's going to do it for the turn, because we're just recruiting, building undercities, and powering up for our next conquest. Skinks look neater than Skaven? No. Listen, I like skinks. I mean, all of our emotes are skinks for damn sakes, but... Guns, though. You should send him into the center of the Empire and build the building that spreads it. Ooh, checks. But the Empire doesn't believe in the Ratmen. And if they continue to not believe, then surely we can't be there, though, right? Ratmen don't exist. Rats of unusual size. That's a little scary. We do have a non-aggression pact with the Beastmen. But still, they just rolling up on my city like that. Yeah, that is not a bad idea. Just start affecting the Empire with the spread chance? I like that idea. And then at any time, later on in the game, we can just spread out a bunch of Vermintides. And just, like, take over the Empire from underneath. Oh, man, that's totally Skaven. That's 100% Skaven. Empire's just sitting over there pretty, like, look how powerful we are! And then within one turn, like, all their cities taken over by a bunch of rats. Hello, Lena, welcome. Kazarak the One-Eye. Yeah, I see him. He's over there. Alright, there was a question about the armor for the clan rats. So yeah, their initial armor is 25, which is very, very low. 35, not much higher, but it's still a pretty big impact as far as armor changes go. So we have another turn of recruitment for our new units here, and we may want to do another set of recruitment, because I really want a lot of guns. But if you get too many guns, then you don't have enough units that are blocking for those guns. So maybe we need to keep it easy and just have this many guns. Initially. Also, I really like that idea, so let's start heading up to the center of the Empire. It's going to be a long journey. So the center of the Empire would be basically like right here. I think is that Telebekland? It's one of those smaller, yeah, Talabheim. So yeah, Telebekland's right here. So maybe that's where we will start. Because then off to the west is the Empire capital. Off to the east is, I can't remember, Ostermark, there we go. And then we got some more Imperial provinces down here, and then also up here. So I think that would be a good place to start, is Telebekland. Because then over here you got the vampires. And then of course you got Norscan raiders up there. Chaos will come in through eventually. But yeah, that's going to take a few turns to get up there. But we still got these two Skaven cities down here, which is pretty sweet. Alright, so I think we will start with the buildings that lower the discovery chance. So the murder holes. And the deeper tunnels. We will start with that. And we're just going to be hanging out. We got another research here. Casualty replenishment rate is pretty cool. We can also open up devious plans, which lowers the upkeep for Skaven slave units, and lowers recruitment costs altogether. We can get public order +1 if we grab this. Loyalty +2 for new units. That's not a huge deal for us right now. Campaign movement range is always a big thing. Being able to move farther is great. And public order is just something good in general, because that's something that you have to really combat against pretty hard in the early game on the harder difficulties. I think it's your biggest opponent is public order. Unless you're playing on like normal. Normal is pretty easy for public order issues. Babali, what do we got in Babali? We have a wine production resource. Not too bad, but without trade partners, these trade resources don't mean too much for us. We may want to instead grab the Rattling Warrens, because that increases the growth of the province, which is good. Growth is good. And then we got one more turn there. It's going to take like 10 plus turns for I think this guy to get up to the center of the Empire. But I think that would be worth it. Can you build under empires under the Wood Elf Great Tree? No. You think you can? You think they let you build under the Great Tree? Remember what happened when you went all guns? Yeah, I mean, there you go. Perfect example. When all guns, it looks cool, but without units to block for the guns, they're not super effective. Take care, Jam. Skaven wine would be gross. Yeah, they would mix like warpstone stuff in there. It'd be all green and just nasty. Public order loss due to difficulty is not a great mechanic. I agree. 100%. I do not like the public order penalty that they give you for higher difficulties. They also give you a penalty to diplomacy, I believe. But there are mods to stop that. And I usually use those because I don't like that kind of difficulty increase. You don't think you can build under empires in Athaloran? I would be shocked if you could. Because, like, it's a pretty important place for the Wood Elves, and to be able to build a city that can eventually lead to just, like, this surprise army and take it, it seems kind of... I'd be pretty broken against the Wood Elves. Skaven meta is under Empire Ulthuan. Go to the island and just under Empire all the High Elves. I mean, you could do it, in theory, as long as they don't discover you. So I'm guessing what we would want to do is to not build any discovery, or make sure our discovery chance is at 0 for our plans of the Under Empire in the Human Empire, because we don't want any of those buildings to be discovered. And then, like, at the very end, we have to save up a ton of money, but then just spam the building that spawns the Vermintide, like, right before you're ready to attack. What do we got here? More money. Recruitment cost is lowered for local armies, which is fantastic. Untainted +3 is cool. So the Skaven in this game, I haven't really covered it, but they spread the Skaven Blight, which is a unique Skaven thing that they do. And unfortunately, the Skaven Blight will lower their own public order, but the higher the Skaven Blight is, the more summons you can get while you fight within a high Skaven Blight province. So, like, more free summons, more free rats you can get. Honestly, I don't think the free rats are really worth it too much. I like public order a lot more. In any case, though, our units are now finished recruiting. We only have 17. Like, what would finish up nicely here would be rat ogres, honestly. But we're not going to be able to build any rat ogres for a little bit. So in that case, let's get another sniper unit. Let's get 3 snipers. I think that's going to be pretty insane, because the 3 snipers can actually just snipe hero and lord units and just, like, big targets in general, because these guys are armor piercing and they can also shield breaker. So even, like, normal Demigryph Knight units, if you ever use those, no one really ever does, but, you know, you just bust through their shield and do more damage so they can't block as much. So yeah, we'll get 3 of those, and then we'll grab another basic clan rat. We'll get a spear version, I guess, for the anti-large. In fact, we may want to get a couple. So let's disband this normal clan rat and get another clan rat with spears and shields. And I think that's going to be okay. And then we will probably march north into Bretonnia with this army. And with this much money, we can spawn another army down here in Skaven Blight to kind of hold against any invaders. And then we can upgrade this. Why not? I like it. Can we upgrade any other buildings over here? We got those beastmen. Not worried about them unless they break their non-aggression pact. And then, oh right, these. We'll get these later. In turn. Why improve the AI when you can just crank out DLC that you can charge money for? But to be fair, it's like their DLCs are pretty cool. Like, this is one of the coolest Total War games ever, just because each race is actually different. I love it. Also, I love fantasy, and Warhammer. So, like, it's amazing. Each race has their own mechanic. They all play differently. They have totally different models and, like, animations. It is a lot of work compared to, you know, like Rome 2, when their new race was, okay, here's basically another, I don't know, here's like another Greek faction that's got basically all the same units, but, you know, you can just now start a campaign as them, and maybe they have, like, slightly better companion cav, you know? Like, more work has gone into the DLCs of this game, I think, than in most previous Total War games, for sure. Well, I say that, but then again, Shogun 2 had those DLCs that totally changed the entire campaign by having, like, a prequel to the main campaign, and then, like, the era after the main campaign that introduced the guns. That was actually a lot of work, too. That was pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of work went into those. I guess basically what I'm saying is I think Rome 2 was kind of a disappointment overall. Do you remember pikemen in Rome 2? Yeah, do you remember how the AI just never walked around pikemen in Rome 2? So you just have a pike wall, and then the AI is just like, oh, hey, there's bunch of pikes there. Let's just run our bodies into them. Oh, like they just hug the pikes. And it's just GG. Just slowly move up pike lines all day, every day. Yeah, Shogun 2, they had like the main game with the main units, but then they did those 2 DLCs. The one that had like the earlier era, like samurai units, and then the late era with all the guns. And yeah, that was pretty cool. I am looking forward to the Three Kingdoms though, because of all of the changes they've done to diplomacy and just like all the campaign map stuff that you can do. I don't know about the actual battles because I love fantasy and I love these races, so going back to just like a bunch of human factions, even though they are the Three Kingdoms and I like the Three Kingdoms stuff, it's going to be hard. But I am excited for all the other changes they have done to Three Kingdoms for the overall campaign game. But again, like the battles part of it, I don't know if I'm going to be super excited about that. Let's upgrade the docks for some more money. What else can we do? We only got 600 gold. Again, we can still upgrade this Under Empire settlement that we got. But I think the ports are more important. They just generate a lot of money, and I want money. And we got one more turn of recruitment here, and then we are ready to roll out. So I guess we just end another turn. They should move automatically. Hello, Vitruvian God, welcome. They said that they were making Warhammer 3. They've been pretty quiet about it for the past year. Probably because they want you to focus on Three Kingdoms. I'm assuming later in the year is when they will be like, hey, by the way, Warhammer 3 is still a thing. After they get, you know, Three Kingdoms released and the hype train for that dies down a little bit, then they will be like, hey, Warhammer 3. And then, of course, I kind of want to see them maybe do a 40k version of this game. I'm assuming Creative Assembly can do it. If they can pull off games like this, they could probably do a 40k variant. Because, like, I don't want any more smaller RTS games. I love Dawn of War, but I really would like to see a Total War game set in 40k. Lines of Space Marines. I mean, I think they could do it. It's not too much different from this game. I mean, both are based off of tabletop rules. It's like, I don't think it would be that much harder for them to do. And they already have an in with Games Workshop, obviously, because they made this. They've got guns in this game, so clearly they could do gun mechanics. And I mean, Total War's been doing gun mechanics, or Creative Assembly has forever. So I guess something new, but why don't I do an Outward playthrough? Outward doesn't interest me enough to do a playthrough of it. 40k is better as a StarCraft type game. But like, we got those games though already. That's why I'm kind of curious about a Total War variant of 40k. Because there is like a StarCraft variant. Well, I guess the closest StarCraft variant would have been Dawn of War 1, because of just how many units you can use. Dawn of War 3, I guess, also had a lot of units you can use. That was closer to StarCraft than like Dawn of War 2. How would you do the campaign for a tabletop variant of 40k in this universe? Instead of like provinces, you'd probably just have to do multiple worlds. So just like maybe multiple, you know, mega cities or whatever that you'd have to conquer per world, and then when you get the world, I'm sure the mechanics can translate pretty easy. Do 3 battles on a world, boom, it's conquered. You can issue a commandment or something similar that can affect the entire world, and then you move on to the next world. It's probably how they would do it, based on their previous games. Sword of Cain has been claimed. Okay, well, we probably won't have to worry about that, though. Negative growth in Margarita. That sucks. Also, there's 2 Beastman armies just hanging out. Again, we do have a non-aggression pact with them. We are friendly. But, like... oh, right. They declared war on me. That's right. So they're actually sending an army up. Do you take me for a child? Alright, so I guess we have to go kill these Bretonians real quick. That's fine. So we'll spend another turn in Skavenblight, raising his public order. That gives us more time to go north without having to worry about it at the very least. Let's upgrade one of our undercities here. We will grab... We would just want like basic income and probably income specifically. So this would raise it by plus 20. The max building would give us 400 income. Would consume 1 food, but discoverability plus 40. We will have minus 40 because of this alone. So let's grab that. That will cost us 200. This doesn't cost us anything. So that would be minus 80 in discoverability. And then if we get this fully upgraded, this will take that maintenance cost plus an additional 200. So that's cool. We could also do this where we get 50% of the income from the settlement, which actually would be better. That would be better. We should probably do that. So again, we're going to have a, what, minus 80, right? With these two. And then this would be fully upgraded, would be at a plus 80. So this will give us at a neutral 0. So there would be no chance of discovering the city. Unless they build a specific building to try and increase that chance. The Ratkin Mafia. I just looked at the name of the building. What the hell? Mafia rats. That's kind of funny. I think that's what we're gonna build though. What else can we do? Since we have an invading army coming up, I can't really leave. So I guess we just hang out. He's still gonna be moving up. You wish the turn times are more reasonable? Hey, I'm with you. I would hope so too. I'm running this on the best hard drive that I have, the fastest one, in hopes that it increases the or decreases the turn time. I'm sure it helps a little bit. But I mean, you know, there's just so many factions in this game, and they're all taking their turns. They're all, you know, upgrading their buildings, moving their armies, making AI decisions. And thank you for the TDT. Thank you for the support. The turn times are CPU based. Well, there you go. Guess better CPUs would handle it better. Time to overclock those CPUs, friends. Just for this turn time of this one game. Won't they discover it when they try to touch the thingy and make a city there? Well, the thing is with this mechanic, Elena, we're building a city underneath the city. So, you know, like beneath the sewers and stuff. So it's not a proper city. It's a city underneath theirs. It's in secret. It's like the Pirate Coast for the Vampire Coast. That's brand new mechanic for this game and in this patch. And it's pretty cool. There's a lot of different buildings and things you could do with this Undercity mechanic. Like I saw, who was it earlier mentioned the challenge of never expanding out of Skaven Blight and just building a bunch of Undercities everywhere? Like that sounds kind of fun. Don't do any kind of conquering, just have an insane network of Undercities across the world. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a sub to Elena for 16 months for Elena there. Thank you, Anonymous. If turn time's the CPU base, why does CPU load drop when I hit intern? I don't know. Thank you, Anonymous. Oh, I missed that was a tier 3 sub as well? Jeez. Wow, thank you. Again. Sorry, I missed that part. There are a lot of just like pirate armies roaming around. There is a Necromunda game coming out. What is Necromunda? Research is done. Refugee influx. Public order -10, but recruitment cost -40% in Babali. So this that's not great for us. We're not going to be recruiting from here, so all we're really getting is a negative to public order. That's not fantastic. Also, this invading army is pretty close, so now we're going to move them into Tobaro. That will help to combat the public order problems by having this army here. And now we're at a -2 for Skaven Blight, but we're at a +9, and it needs to drop to a -100 So we've got a lot of turns without really having to worry about the public order. And over the course of our upgrading our city, when we get this up to tier 4, then we can upgrade this building up to tier 4, which will give us another 3 to public order. So now we know Skaven Blight, unless there's anything that bad happens, like through events or something, it's going to be fine. Totally fine right now. So we are not worried about Skaven Blight's public order any longer. We are worried about upgrading stuff, though. I wonder, does the Undercity stays if someone conquers the city above you? Oh my god, I hope so, because I think the Pirates of Satoso are coming in here against Talea. So we want to build... What was it? Was it this thing? Yeah, it was this thing. Also, if they conquer the city, the income's probably going to drop drastically. So do I even want to build that anymore? Are you at war with these people?
All you see is
Oh, no. Okay, so the Pirates of Sartosa... Shh,
we can
please.
parley.
Shh. Ernesta, please. So they're only at war against Bordello, and Bordello is way up here. So they're not here to conquer that city. Alright, never mind. We're fine. We're fine. They're just kind of passing through. So we will then build this one. And just keep upgrading that. And I don't think we're going to be building anything else currently, because then that will raise our discovering chance by at least a positive of 10. Unless there's some other building here that lowers it. No. I don't think so. Well, I mean, I guess we could be a little risky, because we've had a plus 20 here for a few turns now, and we've been fine. Well, what would we want to make? So this would increase our Winds of Magic for all armies, our research rate, always a great thing. It would make our Warp Fire Throwers, Warp Lightning Cannons, and Doom Wheels cheaper. Our recruitment rank for all those units would go up. That would be a plus 40, though. That's pretty big. Plus 80 is way too large. Oh, and then this is the Subterranean Pit that gives you the chance of expanding. Okay, so this is what we need to build in the Empire. Do we want to build that here? So for here, it could spread to Sartosa, right? Let me actually read this. Yeah, in an adjacent region. So this could spread it to Sartosa, or it could also spread it into... Hold on, let me see. It could spread it into the Vault, I think is what this is called, as well as the human lands here, the Border Princes. I mean, we could give it a shot. What's the chance of discovering for this? Ooh, plus 20. Max rank would be plus 40. I think I'll give it a shot. I think we'll save our money to do that. It's only a 5% chance, but at least it's a chance. So that's good enough. Research, what do we got here? I think we're going for the public order. Yes, we are. Murder dissenters. Grab that. Do we have any resources here? We got 1 warp fuel, so we can't do any upgrades. Okay. Then I guess we just kind of hang out for a little bit longer. We could upgrade here. We could upgrade the growth pit. Growth faster. Let's grab it. And hopefully the Bretonians will land and we will kill them. And now we're into the Empire lands. We're actually pretty close to where we want to start our under Empire within the Empire. If it works at the Pirate Coves, then the Undercity should stay if the settlement changes factions. Thank you. Are Undercities available to all Skaven factions? Oh, I don't know. I assume all the Undercities are. I think the one thing that's locked to Ikit would be the unique... what do they call it? The Warp Foundry or something? That button that we have access to that upgrades our own units. I think that's the one thing that Ikit has by themselves. We can check. Can you Undercity Skaven rivals? I don't see what... I was gonna say I don't see why not, but I mean Skaven cities do typically build down. I'm sure you probably could. If we run into an enemy Skaven player, I'll try. All Undercities are available to Skaven, but Ikit is the only one with the Forbidden Workshop. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, he's the only one that gets that cool upgrade tree. Which is totally worth it, because you can build nukes. guy rides around on a Doom Flare. Oh, this faction's so cool. Alright, so the Knights are going to instead go for an easier target. So they're going to head to our undefended city over there. Ah. You like the cinematic trailer for the Lord Pack? It's amazing. Oh yeah, if you have not seen it, I could maybe even play it on stream. But the trailer for this DLC, it's fantastic. We could call it an homage. Alright, so yeah, I think we start in Sterling. I think Sterling's going to be a good spot to spread because we got a region to the north, south, east, and west. So I think that's the best. So we can probably do that next turn. We now have this invading army, which is going to be able to reach the city this turn. We do have the walls, but our garrison is rather small. Even with the force march, we won't be able to get there this turn. We could counterattack them next turn. Yeah, it's like the Predator trailer, yeah.
Test subjects.
I mean, I guess we gotta move over here. Tabaro. Can they reach Tabaro?
I must keep my holy
No, they can't reach Tabaro. At least not next turn. Let's upgrade Tabaro to tier... Well, hold on, actually. Let's check the Undercity first. We will upgrade this first to get some more money instead. Now, I think this army should be pretty easy to kill. It's just a bunch of peasants. That's not that scary. But if they do get the siege off on the city first, that will kind of suck. You like that they're doing stuff like this for the Lord and Lord now? Super thematic for Ikit? I agree, yes. They just keep doing better and better things with the more races that come out for Warhammer. So, like, imagine what Warhammer 3 is going to be. If they put this kind of work to every single new edition in Warhammer 3, whew, that'd be amazing. And they probably should do that. Like, Warhammer 3 would be the perfect time, because I don't think they're going to change the old races at this point. I think they may leave that for a Warhammer 3 edition, where they will finally go in and give unique things for the Empire and the Dwarves and all the older races. The old races really need a lot of love, because they are just not near anywhere as cool and unique as all the new races. They're just really boring and plain compared to them. Can you imagine the turn times of Warhammer 3? Oh no. That's a good point. Also, what I could have done, I'm sorry, I could have changed this before. So we can go into the camera settings and we can turn... Let's see, we'll say neutral factions. We do not want to see their cinematic camera or their heroes because we don't care about them. And put their animations on fastest. For enemy factions, we do want to see what they're doing because we want to see where they're moving. For allied factions, I don't really care. Also, we don't have any. We'll leave that the same. But that should speed this up a little bit because it won't try and center the camera on neutral factions anymore. So the cane has been claimed again, and these people retreated. Well, now there's just being a thorn in my side. And I hate doing sea battles because there are no sea battles, it's just all auto-resolve. I hate auto-resolve on the sea.
I will not blight my soul.
I don't know if we would win this or not. This army is being annoying. Ooh, we can grab a growth fat here. But I think we would want to grab that first within Skaven Blights. But we need to upgrade our main settlement, which would be in 8 turns. We could do that. On the flip side, we do need some kind of military buildings here. Like, we can grab a covert choke point. Provides a garrison. Gives us better tower projectiles. Yeah, let's grab that. And then also what we can do here is we can try and do an ambush stance. To try and get them to come in closer. So let's move up a little bit. I don't know if ambush is going to proc when they land. I doubt it will, but at least may pull them in. So we want to do... Oh, I can't do ambush. We moved too far. Ah! Well, maybe if we just move out of the like, camera range. I don't know. I need to kill these guys before I can move on somewhere else. So they are being a thorn in my side. Where's my dude? There we go.
Me.
Oh, there's a cooldown on this. I don't even know that. Okay, well, let's just steal technology for right now. Critical failure! They changed the sea battle? Oh, did they? The sea battles are island battles now. Oh, Jesus, I don't even know that. Also, critical wounded. Oh my god. So now we need to wait for them to come back, and then we need to move them all the way up again. That's very unlucky. So they're island battles now. Interesting. Okay. Well, I did not know that. Will he respawn over there? I don't think he can respawn in a place that you don't own. He has to spawn where, Is it where he was hired specifically? Okay. Well, there you go. Island bat. That's so cool. Wow. That's so much better for sea combat. Dang it. We could have caught them there. Although they also probably could have retreated. But still, we could have chased them out. You hope we get ship-to-ship combat for Warhammer Total War 3. Isn't the ship-to-ship stuff like a different property, technically? Like, wouldn't they have to pay more to incorporate naval combat? Are you saying that island battles will be in 3 kingdoms? I mean, maybe. There are rivers running through China that I know you can sail on in that game. And there is some, you know, ocean to the east. Okay, they made landfall. That's a good spot to land, though, because they can either go east or they can go west. The Winds of Pain. Winds of Magic starting amount plus 20 for all factions. That is a pretty good one.
Do you take me for a churl?
For a chal. So this is how far they can move within forced march stance. And they can't attack in forced march stance, which means they probably can't reach to borrow in 1 turn and attack. Here, it's a little iffy. They may be able to reach the city in a normal stance. Rating takes 75% movement, so we could only move there. I don't know if our ambush range would be big enough. We can try it. But the downside of this is that if they do move to borrow, we won't be able to respond then. It's a good spot. Let's just shadow them for right now. We're gonna move here so that we can also respond to either or. And then let's see if we can upgrade this. So we will grab the subterranean pit, so we have a chance to expand the undercities. It would also help if I just made a second army, but I am kind of being greedy and trying to hold on to as much money as possible so we can just keep upgrading our cities pretty quickly. Like, upgrading this iron mine isn't going to do anything for us until we have multiple trade partners.
Science, sorcery.
Thinking what I want to do. We could start to recruit another army. Maybe we should. And we would probably want it to be a Warlock Master because they can get the unique mounts, which we have upgrades for. Charge bonus +8, weapon strength +5. Warlords are also cool because they can just get Rat Ogres, which is always fun. And we can grab a Grey Seer if we want their lore, but I'm okay. I like Warlock Masters. Campaign movement range +5%. I like movement range. So either aggressive or campaign movement range. I think we'll grab this.
Warlock Master of Scrya.
And they came in with a loyalty of 8. That's very high and very good. Okay. And then we can recruit some units to you. Let's grab some Rattling Gunners. We'll grab a Warfire. And go from there. I think it's time we need a second army. Because I really want to do conquering with Ikit. But we can't do that if we keep getting harassed by different people. We need an army that can garrison inside of a city and be able to hold that city from enemy invaders. You hope they will give Bretonia some love down the line? Well, they are changing some of their mechanics with this patch. Like, they're changing the vows, they're changing some balances. I think they changed the way the Green Knight works, though I didn't read that part. So I don't know what it is. Hey, take care, boo! Hope you have a good night. They changed so that you can have the peasants be free in their upkeep and cost, I think, as long as you maintain the farm limits that the Bretonians have. So that's a pretty big change. Basically just get free roadblock units. Oh.
Senses detect fear.
Are you gonna make peace?
The only key.
Okay, so they're gonna give us 300 gold and offer peace. Okay. Thanks for just kind of keeping me busy down here for a little bit. Wasting my time, thank you. I appreciate it. Public order +1, love it. So now we can go north into the other parts of Bretonia. How do you want to do this? I think the fastest way would just to be to march up here and then subterranean over. So yeah, let's do that.
Scamper, scamper.
And then we'll just pop into our Skaven tunnels to go underneath the mountain. You are going to be recruiting. We don't have our agent anymore, which is terrible. It sucks. What kind of upgrades have we got? Let's upgrade to Borrow. And let's hope that they never betray me, because that would really suck. Man. Carved tunnels. Camping movement range +10%. Yes. I cannot stress how important it is to have as much movement on the campaign. Especially, let's say, if you're chasing a Bretonian army around and you have more camping movement than they do, then you can have a good chance of actually catching them instead of running around circles. Is food more manageable so far? I think it will be, because with the Undercity mechanic, it adds 2 different buildings that can increase food in the Undercity. So, like, that's what I did. Our first Undercity over here has 2 food-producing buildings, and because of that, we are now at our max food right now. So yeah, the Undercity building chains, I think, are going to really make the food mechanic a little easier to manage. That was my biggest gripe about Skaven when they first came out. I hated the food mechanic because it just limited you so much. But now, since you can have like infinite Undercities with, you know, you can just put a food building in there, that's so much more food generation you can pop out. Hello, Rotating Potato, welcome. Yeah, no more raiding your lands for food. Yes, exactly. I think that's a huge change. Very welcomed. Sir John, go home. What are you doing up here still? Alright, so we are going to use the underway. Hello.
You seek the lady?
So the Fan Enchantress is walled up in her main city there. So maybe we don't start with there? But if we start a war with them, and we leave this army behind, then they can just march into Babali. I think what we're going to do is go into an ambush stance next turn, declare war on them. Hopefully the ambush holds, and they will just walk their way into our army. And then we murder the Fan Enchantress. I think that's what we're going to do.
Master Engineer.
Okay. Now, we're going to get you a sniper team. Oh, right. So this unit will not get the minus 50% upkeep cost for these. So these are now full upkeep. Ugh. They are a lot more expensive when you're not at half cost. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well that's okay. This is just a garrison army. We'll give them one of each of these, and then just a bunch of clan rats. All they need to do is be strong enough to be able to support a garrison and hold an invading army off right now. Still, this is a large upkeep cost, so it's going to be draining our money. Oh well. We gotta do what we gotta do. We don't want any of these. Not yet. And I think that's the turn. Unless we want to do any more upgrade over here. Again, I don't think this really matters unless we get a trade partner, which we don't have right now. We can check diplomacy, see if we can get one. But they hate us. All these people hate us. Broken Nose doesn't necessarily hate us, but there's no contact to form a trade route. What do we got here? The Border Princes. Nah, they hate us too.
Your man gods and dubious masters. I don't agree.
They don't even want a non-aggression pact.
And I
Pirates of
know that's
Sartosa.
right. Choose your next words carefully. Don't you
Nope.
dare.
Diplomacy's hard. That's Skaven. Especially on the harder difficulties, they give you a big penalty against other races to make it, you know, harder. Oh, so what you would do for the old Skaven is just raid your lands for one, the food, and then getting multiple rebellion armies to just crush and level up your lords? Yeah, it's a viable tactic. I think I did that tactic a little bit when I was playing as the Dragon Prince guy, the Vampire Lord. Oh my goodness, what's his name? The Blood Dragon dude. I think I just like sat in my province for a few turns, just getting rebel armies up. The Red Duke, thank you, yes. Oh, you know what? I still haven't played as the new Heinrich Himmler faction. Because they start off in Bretonia now? No, they start off in the mountains somewhere, right? The Heinrich Himmler faction? The Broken Nose Orcs. They own an entire province. So this is the faction that took out Clan Engrand, or Engrand, however you want to pronounce it. Which is kind of crazy because this is a minor greenskin faction and they took out a major dwarf faction. You don't see that often. I will form a non-aggression pact with you, sure. I'll pay the money. Huh. How the heck did they take out a major faction? Because, like, the minor factions are typically limited, at least from what I've seen, to low tier units, at least for a very long time. They're pretty weak. Plus, like, Clan Angrid had, like, all the ghost dwarves, which are super insane. How do you lose with that? So we can spend some more money, upgrade Babali. I think that is a good investment. We will declare war.
No evildoer may receive the blessings of the lady.
Hey, how's it going, Fan Enchantress? We have declared war. And now we will disappear. Let's hope that this works, because they can sight our ambush. We don't have anything buffing up our ambush chance right now. I don't know if we get that as you. We probably do down here. Yep, Ancient Cunning. Dang, if I had known I was going to go this route, I would have leveled up Ancient Cunning. Plus 30% to ambush success chance is insanely good. Also, actually, does Ancient Cunning also stack with just our normal stance? Because our normal stance procs ambushes. It does, doesn't it? Like, probably, right? In any case, we only have 673 gold. Not much we can do. Our rat guy is not back from being wounded. We can't upgrade any of these right now. This has not been discovered yet, even with a plus 20. So this is giving me more faith about maybe going above 0. Because this still has not been found in the, what, let's say like 24 turns that this has been established, probably? Spain belongs to rats, confirmed. Yeah, we did. We took Spain, Portugal. It's ours now. We're going up into France. And we're also kind of branching off into Italy down here by making the Undercities. Hello. I don't think they spotted us, but they're not moving out. Is my PC spec still the same as listed? That's a good question. I think so. Does it mention the i5 CPU? Was it 6600K? If that's in the specs, then yes, it's the same. I do have my i5 overclocked to 4.4 right now, though. Instead of its stock 3.5, I think is what it comes with. How much of a cooldown is there for Undercities? I think it's about 10 turns. I haven't seen the actual number, but judging from how long it took our Ratman to do the Undercity and then move up into the Empire and still had a 3-turn cooldown, I think it's probably 10. Hey, there he is! Okay, so we got some Beastmen spawning in Bretonia. That's pretty good for us. Alright, so we want to take this guy and march him way back up here again for the great plan. It's going to take a while, though. Also, Sir John is still just hanging outside of Skaven Blight. A little worried, slightly concerned. Like, what are you doing? And I really want you to come out of your castle. We need this to happen. I can't attack into a garrison that has 2 armies on top of the garrison. Like, it's not going to happen. And they don't see us. The ambush was successful, but they're not coming. I mean, I think we gotta hold on to the plan. It's our only way of overcoming that many armies. And there's just no reason to upgrade this right now without trade partners, so I don't see a need to do that. I guess we just save up our money for right now. Sir John is a punk? I agree. I don't like that we have this entire army just hanging outside of our capital city. That makes me uneasy. You can hit a 4.7 or 4.8 on 66K with auto voltage. I didn't want it because I just recently overclocked my PC from its stock to a 4.4. I did that, I think it was about like 15 days ago. So I've just been kind of letting my PC work at that for a little while. I didn't want to go up to its potential max at the very beginning. So it's been running very stable at 4.4 right now. What games am I looking forward to in the future? Well, right now I'm also recording an Imperator Rome series. I can't release that yet until a few days from now because it's under embargo, and that's been a lot of fun doing Imperator. Anno is great. I really enjoyed my time with the Anno beta. I just don't know if I'm going to find the time anytime soon to record a series for it because Imperator is kind of taking a lot of time for me right now. And I want to say there's some other games too. I mean, we got 3 Kingdoms next month for sure. We got this DLC right here, which is going to be taking up my stream time for at least a few days. Anno 1800 is not releasing on Steam. Yeah, it's part of the Epic pushing for the exclusives. Though it is also still available on Uplay too. Nobody wants to trade with the rats? I know, like we're just happy ratmen. You're looking forward to Bannerlord? Oh, well, yes. Yeah, 100% Bannerlord, but that game's not coming out. Come on. Is that even a game? Are we sure it's a game? Can I get some of the resources? Is that an actual game?